Yo! Did you miss me? Probably not. Sorry. I was sick all week. I didn't die. Sorry to let you down there. But your boy Dynasty is back with another Mortal Kombat 1 video, and go figure, the first day I'm feeling decent enough to actually speak into a microphone and be on camera. We get an all-new patch update for Mortal Kombat 1. Of course, we're just one day removed from the East Coast Throwdown event that took place yesterday, the first big major, and after the first big major, guess what? A patch update with a bunch of gameplay changes, and sadly, at this point in time, a few hours after the update went live on the Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, they didn't give us anything but this. And let me be the first to say, there's a bunch of major gameplay changes that have happened. For starters, Cyrax's cameo fighter is nerfed. Nerfed to fucking shit. Baraka damage, nerfed. Raiden damage, nerfed. Sub-Zero's ice clone, fucking ruined. EX in particular. Lot of big gameplay changes, and it sucks because that's kind of like the big juicy stuff here for this patch, and clearly they've known about this patch for a while now, considering they waited the day after the first big major to release it. But they didn't give us the full-fledged details. So later in the video, I'll be going over everything that the community has discovered, because I just got home about 15 minutes ago and I'm trying to piece this all together, and it seems like a lot of stuff's already been found, but can't be found here in the official release as of now. So hopefully tomorrow they give us all the gameplay changes, because it seems like it really is a lot of major changes. I think it's for the better. I say that begrudgingly, feeling like my heart just broke because they just massacred my boy for no fucking reason. But on the flip side of things, Halloween Fatality added to the premium store. We've already showed this on the channel like 3 weeks ago, courtesy of the Nintendo Switch data mining, and they're charging you for that. It's not even free. Previously, Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat 11, fatalities that got added were always free. Stage fatalities in particular. But now we're going to be charged for these fatalities, which I did not expect. I thought that for sure this would be free content, but WB wants to fucking suck you dry like Megan Fox as Natara. Pause. Dude, it's so hard to be positive sometimes. I checked the store. It's not even in the store, so I can't tell you how much it's going to cost, but you're paying for fatality. Moves can now be pinned to the HUD, which is, really? I mean, better late than never, but this should have been something at launch. We complained about this pre-launch, and it took a month, but it's in there. In-game ping connection indicator can now be enabled in online options. Cool, we can see the ping and connection now, but no Wi-Fi filter to choose from? Added the ability to mute voice chat and microphone via the main menu. You would have thought that this would have been like a day one thing, you know, like muting people in a game that's been around for a very long time. And just like pinning moves, that finally got added, so a lot of quality of life stuff. Fixed cases where the yellow notification for new items would not clear. Ooh, awesome. General gameplay bug fixes, again, that's kind of like the meat and potatoes of this update, and still nothing. Still nothing. On the bright side, they did give us not one, but 2 altered versions of stages. I'm not sure how long this will be around for, but right now we have the Halloween Johnny Cage version, which is so cool. A lot of these animatronics in the background do move, which is so dope to see. It's my first time seeing this. This is actually the Havoc animatronic from the Fatality that you can buy in the store. There's also the Scorpion that we showcased about a month ago, which is so neat. Hopefully this is going to be here for a long time. There's a Sub-Zero version in the background, and that seems to be pretty much it. Not sure if you can see anything up top, but these ghosts up here are moving. That is awesome. So yeah, some jack-o'-lanterns, some skeletons hanging out in the pool. This is cool. This is cool. This is free, thankfully. And again, in case you want to check that out yourself, all you gotta do is go from sunset to night to Halloween. So thankfully it's its own tab and not just like a a version of like the Knights only for like a month or something. It seems to be there permanently, which is awesome. I hope they do more things like this, that it's here to stay, because more stages, more content. I can't complain about that, especially when it's free. But I do believe if you are level 100, you do get the evening version of the Wuxi Academy now, which is awesome. You do have to be, I think, a level 100 on your profile. I think that's kind of like the rumor going around right now. But there it is in its entirety, as I just sidestep here Scorpion. The Wuxi Academy at night. I am just trying to showcase the content here because, well, I don't got a list of balance changes to show you other than what the community's found, thankfully. But there you go. A nighttime version of the Wuxi Academy. It looks beautiful. And while I'm here, I believe they added a grand total of one more item in the shrine. I had the full shrine already done, and I believe Thinny said they added one more thing. Let's see what it is. What did they add? What did they add? Tanya Gear Common, the Rod of Holy Vengeance. Shrine complete! So they added one more item to the shrine in this new patch update for Tanya. Dynasty, figuring it all out for you. Time for us to get a bit nerdy. So shout out to Mr. Owens. He actually has a really good thread right here on Twitter breaking down a lot of the new changes from this afternoon's Mortal Kombat 1 patch update. I'm going to also have linked below Tweety's and Super's videos from a few hours ago where they break down in depth the big changes for the big boys of the Combat League. Cyrax, Baraka, and Raiden. I do think it's worth checking out because they go very in-depth, showcasing the major changes, the before, the afters, all that good stuff. I also have this thread for Mr. Owens linked in the description down below. But Melina fans, I'm sorry. Your girl got nerfed. Cyrax now for his copter, it's going to cost you a full bar, which, again, we mentioned he was nerfed. Hopefully this means varieties when people play Combat League. You can now tag moves again. We talked about that earlier. Baraka receiving a damage nerf. We mentioned that. It's a big one. Scorpion got nerfed, which I do think's kind of useless. I don't understand or the fucking thought process behind this. I don't know why they nerfed Scorpion. I felt like he was pretty fair. Online players can be muted. We mentioned this earlier. The ping can now be showed. We mentioned this earlier. Halloween for the Cage Mansion. We mentioned this earlier. Raiden, we mentioned this earlier. This is a big one. Kung Lao cameo nerf. His reversal spin doesn't launch anymore when stuffing a gap. Check this out. So yeah. A lot less Kung Lao. A lot less Cyrax probably online. And this is the one that really pissed me off, dude. Like, I don't even gotta say anything. It's such a pointless change. You know, rarely do you, in my opinion, see the EX Ice Clone. I do use it sparingly, but to now know that, well, this is what's gonna happen when I use it. Like, what's the point of using this? What is the, what the fuck? It's not even an ice clone at this point. It's an ice pop-up. So yeah, this is the one that really got me pretty fucking triggered, I will say that. Sub-Zero, I think, has been pretty fucking bad from day one. I think he was overexposed in the beta, and it kind of carried into the game at launch, and I do think he needed some buffs, and just like Scorpion, they decided to fuck over my boy. So that one pretty much broke my fucking heart. And speaking of Kung Lao, just like Cyrax, his hat now recovers slower. Here's like the comparison here, the new and old. Again, shout out to Mr. Owens for this. You can see it's definitely a bit slower. Again, just to keep some of that pressure off of you because, man, really annoying at times. This I just saw right now. Apparently there's this Forever King of the Hill, which I guess means the host stays and faces the next opponent in line whether they win or lose. So for content creators like myself who've been complaining about us not getting lobbies, this is kind of like a lobby that's kind of more accessible for our viewers to join in and play. The issue still is you got to kick someone and then re-invite someone new versus just having a lobby system, a room system where you can have a whole bunch of people, not just like the 6, 7, 8 or whatever like this, you still got to kick somebody and replace them, or wait till someone leaves. So this is kind of cool. Forever King of the Hill is dope for content creators. So I'll probably be doing this on stream sometime soon for you guys who've been wanting to play on me. We did stream the other day on PS5. It was a pretty good time. But there you go. I'll leave you with this because I do think it's kind of fitting. I used to pray for times like this. Cyrax nerfs. Shout out to Thinny. But yeah, I do suggest you guys do go ahead and watch the videos down below. A lot more in depth. A lot of, you know, tech talk that I just would not do justice versus the pros. So go check out Tweety's video, go check out Super's video, go check out Mr. Owns' thread. I'm sure he'll be updating that overnight as well. A lot of changes. We still don't know all of them. They gave us a patch without giving us the details, which I think makes no sense. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for the concerns, all 2 of you, for where I've been. I was just feeling under the weather. Had a fever, couldn't speak, so it was kind of tough to even make a video when I felt like shit and sounded like shit. So, love you guys. Thank you for everything. Hopefully tomorrow we get the full patch notes, gameplay list of things, because I'm sure it's going to be a lot. But from this point right now, it's a general idea of everything. I think even Event Hubs has an article posted, and it's pretty bare bones. So we're all figuring this out as we go. So shout out to the community for trying their best to discover these things, because NetherRealm has not told us. But I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah. Living on it crack, but I'm not superstitious. Count all these racks, I be steady, count on my